It's Christmas Eve, and the last couple of years, Billy and I have made pasteles on Christmas Eve. This year, though, we're doing a different method. Normally, we make the pasteles that you steam. You wrap them individually and then steam them in a pot of water. Billy found a recipe on YouTube where we actually make a pastele casserole. It's actually a big giant pan, and you don't have to do individuals after it's cooked. You just cut it into pieces. So we're going to show you how this process works. Basically, we're going to just put down a little bit of oil in the pan. This pan is a pretty good pan as far as you don't really need the oil in it. Let me just get a spatula so I can spread that around. Okay, so now after we put the oil down, we're just going to go ahead and put some banana leaves across the bottom of the pan. And I trim some of mine because I just don't like some of the ends of them. So just so you make sure you've got it all across the whole bottom. You can put them in there any way you want. This one's definitely big enough. Okay, so now we've got a nice banana leaf bottom. Now we're just going to take the masa that I've already prepared, seasoned it with the broth of the meat and a little milk to make it creamy. And you're just going to put about half of that down. We're going to make a nice big one. Okay. And you're just going to spread it around. Of course, this is the stewed pork. We've cut it, we've already stewed it. So I'm just going to get that out. There, we've kind of spread the meat so it's all the way across. Now we're going to put our other toppings on, whatever we like. I like a lot of stuff, so I love pimentos, so hopefully everybody else does. I'm going to put a jar of pimentos. These are actually pimentos that are seasoned with garlic, and they're really, really good. They have a nice flavor to them, so put those in there. Just make sure everybody gets a piece. Kind of messy, but that's good. Okay, then we got the garbanzo beans. Again, you just sprinkle them around, make sure everybody gets a little bit of garbanzos. Okay, that's probably, might as well just put them all in. No, really, that might not. Okay, I love raisins, so. Now, I actually like the crayon raisins better than the normal raisins, so that's what I put in. You can put whatever you want, but I personally like crayon raisins better than raisins. And I really like the raisins, so I like to put a lot in mine. Does it look like I got enough raisins, baby? I hate to, by luck, I get the piece without any in it. I love these things. So, okay, and then we're going to throw a whole bunch of that right there. Okay, well, that looks pretty good, right? Okay, I'm going to throw olives in. Again, like I said, whatever you like. As a matter of fact, some people, when they make the stewed pork, they put pieces of potatoes in it. I didn't do that. Since I've got the garbanzo beans, I think that's enough. Vegetables. The garbanzo beans, when they cook, they get soft, almost like a potato, so to me that's good enough. You see any place that I'm missing stuff on? Now these little pimentos are more like garlic, or I'm sorry, olive flavored, so I'll just throw them in there. Okay, easy enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the next layer of the masa. Stir that up again. I'm just going to put this here. Okay, now I'm going to put broth, a lot of this broth on top of it before I put the next banana leaf on top. Okay, and the reason that we put all this broth on top of it is, one, for the flavor, but two, we're going to now put a banana leaf over the top, and we're going to put aluminum foil on it, and we're going to bake this in the oven at 400 degrees for like about an hour and a half. So obviously it's going to be baking from, you know, the outsides in and that, and this is going to keep it from this getting way too cooked before the center's cooked. So this little broth on top is like a water bath on the top and the bottom now. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put another banana leaf on the top here. Okay, now it's wrapped in the aluminum foil. We're going to stick it in the refrigerator. Tomorrow I'll bring it out of the refrigerator, get it at room temperature, maybe a couple hours before I'm ready to cook it. Then we're going to bake it in the oven, 400 degrees, for about an hour and a half, because this is a big one. A smaller one would take about an hour. But let's say an hour and a half, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Thanks. Okay, here's the pastele casserole. We baked it a little over an hour and a half at the 400-degree oven, and then we let it sit for about 15 minutes after I took it out. So here we go. Now we're going to take the banana leaves off. Now I tested it with a fork when it was in the oven just to make sure it was cooked. See, so it's nice and cooked there. We're going to just go ahead and we're going to plate a piece of it to see what this looks like. First piece is always the hardest. I also have a banana on the bottom, so I don't know if I'm bringing the banana up or not, but there you go. There's pastele. Bring it up closer so you can see it.
Hold it still.
See all the goodies in there. And do you want to taste it? Tell us what you think. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure my potatoes are done. Yep, they are now.
Like a regular pastel, right? Except it's not boiled.
Delicious.
Is it as good as yesterday?
I don't know about yesterday, but this is great.
Is it good? Good. Well, there's plenty for